Nietzsche saw this coming 150 years ago, and what he warned about modern love will hollow out your chest when you hear it. What if every relationship you've ever had was just a sophisticated slavery? Not the obvious kind with chains and whips, but something far more insidious. A system where you volunteered for your own emotional servitude, where every "I love you" was really just a receipt for services rendered. Nietzsche called it the will to power in its most disguised form. And once you see it, you'll watch modern romance unravel like a bandage, covering a festering wound. You've been lied to. The idea that love is a meeting of equals, a harmonious union of two souls, is a fairy tale, one Nietzsche saw right through. He called it the will to power in its most disguised form. Modern romance is nothing more than a battlefield, and most men don't even realize they've already lost. Think about the last time you felt truly free in a relationship. Not the fleeting highs of infatuation, but the deep, unshakable certainty that you were loved without conditions. Chances are you can't, because love today isn't about freedom. It's about control. Let's shatter the first illusion. Romantic love is a modern invention. For most of history, marriage was a transaction. Land, alliances, survival. The Greeks saw love as mania, a divine madness that could destroy you. The Romans viewed it as negotium, a business arrangement. Even in the Middle Ages, courtly love was a game for aristocrats, a way to pass time between wars. Then came the 19th century. The Industrial Revolution stripped men of their purpose. No longer warriors, no longer craftsmen, they became cogs in a machine. And what did society offer as compensation? The myth of romantic fulfillment. Suddenly love wasn't just a part of life. It was the meaning of life. Women became the prize, the emotional center of a man's existence. And men, they became supplicants. Nietzsche saw this shift clearly. In Beyond Good and Evil, he wrote, "In revenge and in love, woman is more barbaric than man." He wasn't condemning women. He was exposing the raw truth of human nature. Love, when stripped of its illusions, is about dominance and submission. Here's a story you won't forget. In 18th century France, the Saloniers, brilliant, cultured women, held absolute power over the intellectuals of the time. Men like Rousseau and Voltaire didn't just admire them, they worshipped them. They wrote letters dripping with desperation, begging for a glance or a word, a moment of attention. These men shaped Western thought, yet they were emotional slaves to women who held the keys to their validation. Sound familiar? Today, it's not salons, it's dating apps, it's social media. It's the silent expectation that a man must earn love through performance. You must be charming but not too eager, successful but not arrogant, vulnerable but never weak. The rules are unwritten, ever-changing, and always stacked against you. Nietzsche warned of the herd mentality, the way society trains you to want what you're told to want. And nowhere is this more obvious than in modern dating. Imagine this. You meet a woman. There's chemistry. You start dating slowly, almost imperceptibly. You begin to mold yourself to her preferences. You downplay your ambitions so you don't seem too intense. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You bite your tongue when she says something that bothers you. Why? Because you've been taught that love requires compromise. But Nietzsche would call this what it is, self-betrayal. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, he writes, "You must become hard. You must become cruel to yourself." Not cruel in the sense of malice, but in the refusal to diminish yourself for the sake of being loved. Most men never learn this. They spend their lives chasing approval, mistaking it for love, until one day they wake up and realize they've built their life on a lie. This isn't a condemnation of love, it's a call to reinvent it. Nietzsche's solution, the Übermensch, the man who creates his own values, who loves from strength, not need. But how? That's where the real darkness begins. Now, we'll expose the most dangerous lie women believe about love, and how it's turning modern relationships into emotional warfare. You'll learn the one psychological shift that can free you from the master-slave dynamic forever. But it will require you to abandon everything you've been taught about romance. Do you have the courage to keep going? You've been told that love is about mutual respect, about partnership, about two souls intertwining in perfect harmony. But Nietzsche saw deeper. He saw the unspoken truth. Love is not a meeting of equals, it is a negotiation of power. And at the heart of this negotiation lies the most dangerous lie women have been sold, a lie that poisons modern relationships before they even begin.